So I'm going to show you quickly how to edit a little bit of Cine Film and import it into Adobe Premiere Elements. Now the version I'm using here is for Mac, but it's exactly the same for the PC as well. It's also not the newest version, there is a new version, however the two are very similar, but if you need a tutorial on the new one then do let me know. So the first thing you need to do is to import the media that you want to use. Now if you're using AVC HD files, which is how we produce our Cine Film, then you'll need to do the following steps. This is your main screen, this is your timeline down here, and in here you can see all of your project files. So to get them in there, you need to go to Import Media, choose Files and Folders, which is the bottom option, select your hard drive. Now this will be different in the PC obviously, but select your hard drive, so in this case it's here. This is the file structure for AVC HD, so you need to go into Private, AVC HD, BDMV, Stream, and then there's your files there. They usually end with .mts. You may also just have a file in your hard drive called AVC HD, in which case cut off the first step. So we'll open that. It'll then bring up Video Importer if you're using a Mac. So you'll need to go to Video Importer. It'll automatically recognise that you're trying to import the MTS file from your hard drive. So just click Get Media. You can also change the location where you want to store it in as well there. If it prompts you to change the size of your resolution of your project because the MTS file is in AVC HD, just click Yes, and we'll sort the rest out later, because what Adobe Premiere Elements does is it'll automatically compress it for you later on. So if your file format is really large, which is what it will be in this case, it'll just compress it down and be able to put onto a DVD or into a format that you can share on YouTube and what have you. So now you should have your file in there, or files. There's also a film HD mask which I usually include with all of my editing packages, so you can import that in exactly the same way we've just done with the MTS. And also what you'll see here as well is I've created a title scene. Now to do that you go to File, New and Title. When you do that you can add some text in here, so you can call it Cine Film for example, and then you can move that about there as well. So that's just one of those. Now to return to the media screen, just click Media there. Now this is your timeline, so this is where you're going to drag your videos to. You can view it like this, or you can click on this button here, which says Timeline, and that'll give you this option. This option I find the easiest, because you can drag things around all over the place. Now you'll notice this one's called Video 1, so we'll drag your Cine Film file across to there, Video 1. And now what you want to do in this case is put a mask over it, so you want to tidy up those edges. So we'll get this, which is the Film HD mask, and drag it onto Video 2, which is just above Video 1. Just wait for it to do that. And there you'll see it's a little short file just there. So what we need to do is stretch that. So if you hover over just the edge of the clip here, you'll see this little bracket with two arrows come on. Drag it all the way along to the end, so it matches the full length of your clip. Now what that does is that puts that nice tidy edge around your film. Now because Cine Film wasn't widescreen, that's why it has the two black lines at the sides. And what this does is just gets rid of those ragged edges. Some people like it like this. If you want to do it the other way, then you might have to sacrifice some of your footage, so we'll just get rid of that. So if you wanted to make it full widescreen, then you're going to need to double click on the clip. Then you need to double click on the clip on the window here. And you'll see there's like a net appears around it with some little square boxes on the sides and a circle in the middle with a cross on it. So we'll highlight one of the corners and we'll drag it and just keep dragging it like this. It does take a little bit of time because it does use a lot of your computer's memory. But just keep dragging it until it fills the entire screen. Then click enter. What that'll now do is that'll render the media, so it'll sort all the bits and pieces out and make it fit your screen properly. It can take quite some time. In this case it's going to take 10 minutes. But those are the two ways of tidying up the edges on your Cine Film. Next time we'll teach you about transitions and things, or you can try and figure that out yourself. Basically it's the button up here which says edit, and then select transitions. When you're dragging media down here, so if you've got two of those files next to each other, you drag the transition you want to use into the middle of them, and then that'll automatically add the transition. What you can also do as well is you can change the length of these videos here by dragging the end and pulling it inwards, like we did with the film mask. If you've got any questions or anything, then do drop us an email or give me a call.